Say Madam Miriam, say me fi tell you.
This a year I wanna hear.
See how come me I disturb my worship moment now, man. Hello? Yes, hello, who this? Speak now or forever, all your peace. Oh, self, are you? Then how you sound so excited? What kind of good news? Now me not hear it pop to give me man, how? You mean the Pollyanna's project I put on big fish fry fundraiser in New York? Self, you're lying. That mean me and you and Agnes going to foreign? No, self, hang up. No. Me I run go over Agnes right about now. Go hear this, good news, yourself. Hang up later. I'm living on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Agnes, hold dog, Agnes, hold your dog. Then we have good news, Agnes, hold the dogs. Oh, you mean when me a friend, me a fat? Anyways, Agnes, me why you look for your son the best, Agnes, and all you nice like a dan them, me love. At your grip, are you don't see me now? I start pack, we're going to foreign, big signal going on foreign, big something, I go on foreign right down in New York, Agnes. And that one you can't miss way. So Agnes, listen to this. Pollyanna's project presents the ultimate fish fry fundraiser, Saturday, June 28th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. All road leads to 109 West 7th Street, Mount Vernon, New York, 10550. Meals start from as low as $25 US. Special orders $35 and up. Under the menu festive with beer, good food and things. Steamed fish, ackee and saltfish, escovitch fish, fish soup, and it not done this so. Curry chicken and brown stew chicken upon it too. Not to mention the side orders. Rice and peas, white rice, bami, plantain, and breadfruit. The price cheap. We're gonna yam till we belly bust. Call them now at 914-837-9290, 914-688-6741, and 347-837-5802. 914-837-9290, 914-688-6741, and 347-837-5802. Cash App and Zelle info, 914-733-5745, 914-733-5745. It's the ultimate fish fry fundraiser. Don't miss it. Agnes, you hear that, my love? Pack your belongings from early, my dear child, cause the earlier, the better. I'm living on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Agnes, what you say? That one you can't miss we. Mount Vernon, we are come.
The mountain, it free, but it fire was then oh, what a weeping and wailing when the lost words out of their head. Yes, they cried to the rocks on the mountain. It free, but it fire was
Hey, Auntie Dana, anything nice? Hey, Auntie Dana, anything nice you play it twice?
Dreamt of the great judgment morning at dawn as the trumpet had blown. I dreamt that the nation has gathered before God around that white throne. From the throne came a bright shining angel, and he stood on the land on the sea. On his wearing, his hands raised to heaven. That time was no longer me. Then oh, what a weeping and wailing when the lost were told of their fate. Yes, they cried to the rocks on the mountains. They prayed, but their prayer was too late. The rich man was there with his money, all forget and vanish away. A pauper is stood in the judgment. His debt was too heavy to pay. The gambler were there on the joke card. I'm the one that have sold them the drink. I'm the one that gave them the license to gather until they all do. Then oh, what a weeping and wailing when the lost word told of their fate. Yes, they cried to the rocks on the mountains. They pray, but their prayer was too late. The widow was there on the hearth. God hear and remember their cry. No sorrow will never be in heaven. God wipe every tears from their eyes. Then oh, what a weeping and wailing when the lost were told of their fate. Yes, they cried to the rocks on the mountain. They prayed, but their prayer was too late. Then oh, what a weeping and wailing when the lost were told of their fate. Yes, they cried to the rocks on the mountain. They prayed, but their prayer was too late.
Amen. I want to say a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to each and every one, especially those who are locked and listening on 106.9 Positive Radio right here in the state of New York, in the city of Mount Vernon, where we have beautiful neighbors over there in the Boogie Down Bronx. Big up yourself, Bronx team, Bronx committee, big up on yourself. Of course, we have neighbors in Yonkers, New Rochelle, and of course, none other than the place where we're at right now, Money Earning Mount Vernon. And I also want to greet those who are locked and listening globally on Facebook. All of my followers, good afternoon and welcome. I see Auntie Ruby's up there doing her thing right away. I'm waiting for Auntie Rosie to come in, but she's running a little late. I see that my special guest is in the studios waiting, and I love that he's early. So stay right where you are, Jay. We're going to be getting to you in a minute. I also want to say good afternoon to those who are locked in listening on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the content that we share or we give over here on Positive Radio 106.9. Sister Linda Bindu, I must acknowledge you because you were the first one on the broadcast this afternoon. So big up yourself, Sister Linda Bandu. I also see my friend Nalford Elliott is over there on Facebook as well. Big up yourself. Tell me where you're coming in from, where you're listening to broadcast from, and I'll give your state or your city, your country a shout out. I also want to say good afternoon to my only niece in America, Rebecca. Community member, good afternoon. And is that enough welcome for you? Not really, because guess what? We want everyone in it. I want to say good afternoon to the circle, the ones that are always here. Good afternoon to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, if you're looking for me, I'm in there someplace. All right. So welcome each and every one. When I see my co-host was not here. All right, Jaequan, in about 15 minutes, just listen to the YouTube, Jaequan, and then you will know when it is your time to chime in. Of course, day one is in the house. Natalie Me Young. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're waiting for Rosie B, of course. Yeah, we're waiting for our co-host. She said she's on her way. Oh, Mr. Nalford Elliott said he is locked in from Negril, Jamaica. Good afternoon, Negril, Jamaica. And of course, Anova, Jamaica is in the house because my friend Lager Pipe chimed in. So I know Handover is in the house. So Jamaica West is in the house. Nice, 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 nice. It's good to have my Bond land people them here. Now, the question I want to ask each and every one of you is, did you share that broadcast? Did you gossip about me? Did you chat me? Did you call somebody and say, he should up on the radio again? Should up on the radio again? Let me say, call somebody and chat me good and proper. Good afternoon. Amen. Amen. And so let me go back to my original script. And before Rosie come, I want to talk about this this young man right here. Let me make get out of that so you can see me clearly. I want to talk about this young man who we have coming out of Jamaica, a very promising young man. Let me put him up on the screen. We're not ready for him yet, but I want to. Oh, Rosie's there. All right, when she turns the camera on. All right. So Jaequan, I'm gonna leave most of it. Big up to Jamaica. He represents Jamaica. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna say anything until he comes, but he is so close to me and so close to the Pollyanna project and close to us. And I'm gonna wait for them is CEO or his manager to call in to come in as well. And Jaquan is here as well. And as soon as Rosie get herself in here, there she comes. I will put her in. All right. Let me get Rosie up there. Oh, why them look? All right, Rosie. It look like things are going for we. Good afternoon, Rosie B.
Yes, pleasant evening, everyone. A blessed morning, blessed night. I don't know where you are listening from, but we are happy you're here. Blessings and salutation.
Amen. Amen.
Welcome.
Welcome. Me like how this look, For some reason,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of
That's
nice.
how we change up the thing, you know?
Change up the,
Yeah, no
of
problem.
course, more people coming too. So how are you, darling? How's everything? Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, 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 indeed. It's just a blessing. And I'm, running off a very busy schedule as yourself. It takes a lot to come here on every Thursday, but, we are obligated to what we do. We stick to the task. So when we are here, I will come right out.
Right, right, absolutely. So I have so I did not let you know, but this is child month and I'm not sure what you have
Definitely.
prepared for it, but later not long ago, a couple hours ago, someone reached out and said, get Jaquan on the show. And I'm like, all right, if you say get Jaquan on the show, we're going to get Jaquan on the show, right?
It's
Because he
child
has
month.
been in
About the youth?
right? And so I'm gonna leave all of the introduction to them or to him. Not sure which one wants to come first. If you turn on your camera, madam, who wanna come first? Or let me get all of you in. Let's see how this is gonna work. All right. We're looking good. Where is Jaquan? Let me get hide that. There you go. There we go. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon.
All right. So let me introduce them. This is Vilena Query, below you, Rosie. Vilena
Okay.
Query is the CEO of one of the most buzzing cycling club out of Jamaica, and that's my sister. So she have been working with the youths for more than almost 5 years now, right? So this is Vilena
Yes.
Query. She's the president of Elevation Cycling Club, which is where Jaquan Dixon comes in because he was born, raised in Elevation to the point where he will share with the community what's going on. So before we get any further, I want to give Vilena Query a chance to speak about introduce yourself, and then we will talk about how the idea of a female running a male sports club. So let's talk about
Wow.
that. Introduce yourself for me.
All right. Hello again, everyone. Valena Creary here, the president of Elevation Cycling Club. Um, a woman running the cycling fraternity in Jamaica. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but with our team, it makes it much easier for me. I have a strong team behind me, and that makes it easier for us. We always say teamwork make the dream work, and that's exactly how it is in Jamaica for us as a cycling club. Yes, it is the most promising. You're correct, Donna. It is the most promising club, and it is one of the top club in Jamaica. Right, as we speak.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, and I'll ask this one, and I'm sure Rosie have a question. What makes you decide to start? What went off in your head, and you just come up with cycling club? W- w- How did that come about?
Well, that came about with a cyclist that is in Jamaica right now and a friend of mine. They just approached me one day and says, "Hey, you can run a race. Anybody can run a race." And from that one race, they said, "Why don't you start a club? Start your own club?" I said, "Huh? Yeah, you love to help people. You love to give back. You know, your mother have been giving back for all these years, and you guys have an organization. Why don't you have a club in Jamaica?" I said, "I'll give it some thought." And here we go, almost 6 years later.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. Rosie, you have any question for Miss Query?
Well, my question is a very simple one. She operates, she's the CEO of a cycling club. Can you ride, ma'am?
Yes, I can pedal a little bit.
You can. Okay, so, I asked a question on the background that, a lot of people who are in charge of stuff, but they don't necessarily actually do the actual thing. So that's why I did ask you. So she hear what you say, Auntie Donna, she can cycle a little bit.
No, she can cycle
But,
more than a little bit, Rosie. Trust me. That's my sister. She's a
oh,
she
I
is a
do
okay.
cycle. Yes, I do, Miss
That's
Rose. I do.
wonderful. And you enjoy what you do, right?
I love what I do.
That is it.
all
Thank
right.
you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, tell us now about your cyclist Jaequan. Do you want to tell us, or do you want, all right, Jaquan, this is when we just sit here and I chat about you. This is when I want you to introduce yourself to the entire world. You are so global right now. It's amazing. So tell us about you. We want to honor you. We want to celebrate youth. We want to put you out there and let people cheer for our Jaquan.
All right. So first of all, thanks for having me on your show. Um,
You're
my
welcome.
name is Jaequan Dixon. I'm 18 years old. I'm a cyclist of Elevation Cycling Club. Um, I I've been cycling from like birth, and I love cycling, and I wish to exceed to the world stages, to the world level, and I represented Jamaica on multiple occasions on the junior level.
Okay. You said, let me ask you, and Rosie, you can chip in and ask him any question at any time.
Okay, I will.
You. So you said from birth. So this is something that you dream about. Where am
Yeah.
I? Somebody's having a feedback. If you have a device, turn it down for me. If any one of you have a device, I'm hearing a little feedback. All right. Okay. Yeah. So did you know this is the career path you want to go?
Not quite. It just fell in place, and this is where I'm at.
All right. So, first of all, he's 18 years old, everybody. So, I don't want us to think that it's a grown man on the screen. He's still a young man. He's 18 years old. He is the junior champion for Jamaica for 2024, correct?
Yeah, 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Correct me,
What?
Jake, and correct me. And we kind of smile around here. I know that you're the guy, you might not smile, but this is Jamaica's 2022, 2023, and 2024 champion. Now, how has cycling, being in Elevation Cycling Club, changed your life?
It made me explore parts of the world. I've been to a few different countries, and it just helped me to uh it teaches me new stuff daily and shows me stuff, new things, and helps me to meet new people.
Awesome, awesome. So it's like a it was good for you that you found Elevation Club. And how is the people them there? How do they treat you? Them treat you good?
Yes,
Them
Miss
treat you
Elena
good?
is
Them
like a
feed you?
mother to me.
Them feed you?
Yes.
All right, so that's my question. Shoot a question to him, the Rosie, because I know they have to be out of here, and we want to continue with our show. So we need
Yes, yes.
them.
I must first say congratulations. I'm echoing.
Yes.
I don't have any device on.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. But I'm hearing the echo in my I don't know if I have my earphone on, if that's the reason.
Possibly a earphone. Ooh.
Uh hold on. Hold on, let me take this off.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No, we're still hearing it. Hello?
Yeah, are you hearing me
Yeah,
better
it's
now?
gone now. It's better now.
Oh, it must be the earphone. Yes, I must first say congratulations to you, Jaequan. It's indeed a great feeling just to hear 2022, 2023, and 2024 junior champion rather, for the island of Jamaica. So my question to you, if given the opportunity to ride for Jamaica on the senior level when you get there, I don't know at what age you go to the senior level, but obviously this is your passion. But if another country approaches you to ride for their country, would you do it?
Um, I'm not sure if that's how it works. You can ride for another team, but riding for another country, yeah, you have to represent the country you're born in.
Okay. And
But if a team,
Can hardly
like
hear
if
you.
a team signs a contract, yes, with
Yeah,
the permission of Miss Elena, which I know she wants to see the youth develop, yes, for sure.
that can you hear me? You hear me? You guys are hearing me, right? Elena, the feedback was no, the feedback was coming from you.
Hmm.
So yes, I'm gonna mute your mic while you get rid of that sound. Okay, there you go. All right. So Jaquan, do me a favor and tell me what was your step when you started writing for Elevation. We want to see your growth as you go. Where have you been? You have mentioned that you have been to some countries and you have been into introduced. So I want you to take us to the places and the rides that you have been on to get you to where you are now, third year representing Jamaica and the third year champion, holding the title for 3 years now. So take us on that journey.
Um, First of all, on a pedal bike, I've ridden all 14 parishes in Jamaica, and I've been to Dominican Republic, That was my first junior Caribbean Championships. I placed fourth. I've been to uh, the New York to participate in the Montauk ride. I've been to Panama. I've been to Trinidad and Tobago. Um,
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's a lot of countryman. Who would have known that cycling would take you to those places? Are you hearing Jaequan?
yeah,
Yes. All right. So Miss Query, let me take it back to you. Could you tell us, give us a background? Um, I'm still hearing us feedback from you, Velena. Are you wearing your hearing aids? It's very. I'm have to mute you.
No.
Yeah, your phone. Log off your phone and come back in because it's
Okay.
all right.
Can I do the same because I'm hardly hearing? So I have to be.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
All right, so we'll do that. So, Jacon, it's just you and I until they come back because I'm not
yeah.
sure why we're not hearing that. She's not hearing. Let me say good night to some of our audience members, like Stush Boutique out there in Florida. I see that you're here, Sister Marley and Joseph. Good afternoon. Yeah, and guys, if you have question for Jaquan, please do so. He has about 7 more minutes on the broadcast, and we have a question for you, Jaquan. Does you have plan for the Olympics?
Yes. Actually, I'm training for the Olympics in 2028. I'm training for track cycling.
Oh, wait,
That's where we ride at the velodrome.
oh my goodness. Let me unmute you, VNC. All right. Yeah.
Much
Okay.
better?
Yes. Can't unmute. Yes. Okay. Yes. Much better. Can you hear now, Rosie?
Loud and clear now.
Absolutely. So the question we asked Jaycon was someone asked, he asked, does he has plan for the Olympics? And Jaycon was explaining. Go ahead, Jaycon.
Yeah, I'm actually training for the 2028 Olympics at the moment to participate in track cycling at the velodrome.
And what are some of the training? What do you do? What does your training entails?
Um, I track sprints and um, gym work. It's just intervals.
Okay. All right. So let me go over to Miss Query now and tell us, Miss Query, you can close off with your cyclist. How could you tell us about his progress, his growth? I have some images of him graduating school. How important is it? How important is education to you and your club? What are the criteria for persons who would like to have their young people join your club? Go ahead and fill that in for me, please.
Well, our club is a family club. So for a youngster join our club, it's family first, education, and cycling last. Um, Jaquan, when I met him, he was in school. He was 14. First time I asked him, I said to him, what would you like out of cycling? He said, I would love to go to the world. I said, okay. At 14, I asked him at 15, the same answer. 16, the same answer. And if I ask him right now, the answer did not change. It's very important for Elevation Cycling Club for youth education. Without you're in school full time, you can't be a part of Elevation Cycling Club. There's no going around it. Um, Parents would have to engage with their children. We would have to give report about their children, and we would like the parents to do the same. For Jaquan, it was very easy for us because he gives us what we require from him. His
Wow.
parents give us what we require from him.
Wow.
Whenever he's going to be absent from training, we know whenever he had CXC, I cut off his training time starting February. At one point, he was upset with me, but I said, no, you have CXC. I need you to focus on your education. Cycling is not going anywhere. Cycling is a hobby until it becomes your career.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So,
Definitely.
so that's great high standard that you have set for the youth, and I am so proud. But I also want the community to be part of this pride as well, Rosie,
Yes,
because
definitely.
because Jaequan will be making history in Jamaica. Is that correct?
Hmm.
First cyclist to go to the
Yes.
Olympics.
Yes.
So this the first cyclist. Now you have to know that people are part of the Pollyanna project as well.
Yes, indeed, we are.
So the Pollyanna project is not only in for we're having a little bit of niche, still taking care of another demographic of people. So I just want to congratulate you, Jaquan, and congratulate you, Villain. I'm so proud of you. Rosie, have any
Thank you.
question? Because I think
But
oh
I tell you, I'm just so overwhelmed because we are so used to Jamaica sending runners mainly. I am just super elated to know that we are venturing off into something different, something that the world has never seen. And I wish for Jaquan all the best when he goes to the Olympics to represent, when he put on that black, green, and gold. Can I tell you, and step out? Well, you're not going to step out, ride out.
that, if I forgot right
Yeah, representing the small island of Jamaica. No, I can't say it with the English. We're
yeah.
little, but with Talawa. Yeah. So how does that make you feel, Mr. CEO, knowing that he's under your banner and he's going to represent? Because that must be a great feeling. That's what is not under my club, and I feel so good. So I can just imagine you. How do you feel?
I'm feeling blessed, Rosie, um, for our country and for our club. I'm feeling I'm feeling blessed, and I couldn't have done it without the team behind me. And just publicly, just want to say congratulations again to you, Jaquan. You deserve every single moment of this time.
Before you go, what does the future, the immediate future look for Jaquan? I know he has some traveling coming up. I'm not sure if that's something that need to be public or published. But what does the future look like for him? What where will he where is his next step?
His next step, he will be in Trinidad in a few days. He'll be in Trinidad in a few days. He'll be there, and from Trinidad, he'll be leaving to come to New York. And the next step, it's going on and on. He'll be traveling, doing training program because, as he said, we're training for the Olympic. So
Woo!
the next, it's promising. The future, near future, is promising for him.
And I
Wow.
just want the community to support them. You know what I mean? This is not a one person thing. This is a Jamaica thing. And the fact that she has taken youths from off the streets, youths who could have been rubbing out them and miggle, you know what I mean? Youths could have stay a corner and say, oh, me heavy, me 35, me 45, me wolipa, wolipa. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But she has taken youths, and these youths are an example to those youths around them. And we have to have the vision to see what is beyond this little thing that is happening right here, Rosie.
Definitely. I have one final question. I know you did not ask us. I know Donna is the CEO for Pollyanna Project, and we the links is there. So if anybody wants to contribute to your club in assisting the cyclists, how
could they go about doing so?
All right, so they would contact me or they can go on the website. The information is on our website, elevationcyclingclub.org.
See, Carl just asked the same question. How can is anybody can let me see if I can type your website in.
I don't know why Mr. Carl listening to me, you know.
I tell you him out there as part of the so it's www.elevatation.org.
Yes.
Org meaning that it's non-profit. You understand? Because you have to show your non-profit status in all of
Okay.
this. All right. We don't do anything hanky panky. All right. For those of you who are in on YouTube, I just put the link up. Click on it, and I'm gonna do the same thing for Facebook as well. Let me see if I can get it. All right, there goes the link for Elevation. And if you need to support them, I mean, together we can do great things. I believe that. And I cannot get to the youth. I don't know how to do what she does. So I just think that God has given her the grace, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to support this initiative, because this a sport you cost too much money for a girl like me. You understand? Me will go buy $100 bicycle. Them people and do them something the bicycle I run them for all 10 grand.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
10 grand for bicycle. All my brain I think about is so a whole heap of money them put into elevating the youths because that is their mission. And when I believe when persons sow into youths, young people and young men, I just think your blessing can done. So thank you guys both for coming. I hope we did you justice.
Thank you.
Ask
Thank
one
you
of
for
your
having
tech
us.
yeah, ask one of your tech person to screenshot so you guys can use this for promotion and lots of PRO. Okay. All right,
Thank you.
Jaequan. All the best and safe
All the
traveling.
best.
Hope to see
Definitely.
you soon. All
Thank
right.
you.
Peace out.
Bye.
Blessings.
Amen.
Thanks.
Yes.
Bye.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, no, you Rosie. Okay. Add Rosie back.
I am back.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on a second there, Rosie. Let me take this off of the screen so that we're good to go. Let me fix us back so we can take this off. There we go. There
Mhm.
we go. Hey, Rosie, how you do?
Why I'm here. I'm so happy that's how you started off the program, with a ray of hope. Because as I said, we always used to the sprinters and the 4x1, the relays and stuff. I like to see us as an island, a country, venturing off into different areas that are unlikely to be seen. So
Yes.
I'm really, really happy. I feel, good knowing that he's stepping out and he
Thank
will gain his experience on the world stage.
my God. And just to give my sister the flowers, let me tell you something. When my this is she's my first dolly, right? So I know my sister like that. And this is the first thing that I've seen my sister in doing that she loves. She
Hmm.
was she is so passionate, Rosie. And I said to myself, Vilina, I'll support you. Because my hope is that everybody find that love
Please, yeah.
thing that you love to do. And when I saw
Mhm.
that she was passionate and how she cared for these young men, she them travel, them get them visa, them come other countries, them travel the world, and all of this I come off a fear back. Big up yourself,
Yeah,
Vilena Query. I
definitely,
share foot it.
definitely.
I share foot it. Big up yourself. So I'm telling you, but if that's what the Lord called her to do, Rosie.
Yeah. But funny enough, maybe when I was younger, this is my story about cycling. But I wasn't so much a cyclist. I used to do stunts on bicycles. Yes. Yep.
Can you do that,
Be-
Rosie?
Yeah. Don't ask me to do that again because my bone can set back. But
What?
yeah, but when I was like between like 11 in my early up to my early teens,
Yes.
where I was living in St. Anne's Bay. That was our little sports. Like on a Sunday evening, they would have races, cyclist races, and stunts. And I was very, very good at it. I thought I would have, pursued that
Right.
area. But,
Right. Right.
maybe that wasn't really my passion, or it could have been a case where I moved from that area. And so, you just gave up on that. Yeah. So I know my way around the bicycle. Yeah.
Oh, and let me, my sister, she tell you the joke. Me can't ride, me can't even sit on a bicycle good. You
Oh
know,
my goodness.
if, for me, pick up on a bicycle a straight profiling. Me not telling a lie because everything up a match. Then we tell you everything a match and yeah, a peer profile. You know, when somebody a drive a car,
Yeah.
a profile, I me that on bicycle.
My goodness. That's how it is. But you just have to find that thing that you really enjoy doing and you have that passion for. And
Wow.
that's why we are talking about Child's Month, and the children, because a lot of times we as children, well, not me, I'm not children, I'm a child again.
Yes.
But when you're young and you see like somebody older than you or your peers, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. But then in reality, you only say it off the top of your head
And that's all.
because it is there to say.
That's
When
all you know. That's all you know. You don't know
yeah,
other
yeah,
profession.
right. So a lot of time when they have like career day at school, the kids will dress up like the fireman, the police, the soldiers, the doctor, the lawyer, you name it. But sometime in reality, some don't get it twisted though. There are some children who they say, for example, I want to be a hairstylist, and that's what they do. Period.
But like
When they grow up,
he just want to cycle. Him no want to do nothing else.
that's it.
It's
That's it.
powerful. Oh, that is so powerful. So he is not going to do anything to drink.
Anything else, that's what he wants to do. That's his passion.
Him would
Hmm.
look and drink, smoke, or any other thing because him knows that those things will take him away from his. Oh my goodness, that's so powerful.
It is. It is indeed.
Wow.
So we just were here this afternoon or this tonight,
Yes.
to really encourage parents and talk about kids and the do's and the don'ts. Everybody grow their kids differently. Every mother or parents on a whole have different ways of
Manual.
yes, yes. And there's no manual how to raise kids either.
Everybody have them own. Whatever I do,
Everybody
my money
exactly.
go.
It's not a one size fit all.
Can't fit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rosie.
Yeah, so tonight, um, we are freelancing, but we're talking about children, right?
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of things on social media. We don't want to talk about the sad parts, but we have to mention certain things. Myself and Donna, we were talking, and we were talking about good role models in children's lives. As a mother or as a father, what do you what kind of attributes do you give to your children that they can see you as a good role model? That's the question tonight. One of the questions, rather. So we want to hear from our community.
Yes.
What role do you play in your kids' life? Or
Let me
mhm,
type the question, Rosie.
yeah,
I'll type the question. That way they can call in or write into the comment section
yeah,
so we can
yeah,
read it out. What is the question?
yeah. What role do you play as an adult in children's life, whether it's your biological child or not, that you would be deemed a good role model?
You never did pay me, no, Rosie.
So in the meantime, you're typing.
What 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 role model do you play as an adult? That's a reach. Come on, take time with me.
Oh, so that's what the question I got. Yeah. I don't even remember what I asked because I was just talking off the top of my head.
Okay.
So As an adult,
Mhm.
do you consider yourself a good role model? And if so, what attributes?
Ah, Jesus. Right. Take me easy. I type me, I type it. So
Yes.
go with the question now, so I can put it up there.
Oh,
Forgive me,
Jesus.
give me one at a time, Rosie.
All right. Do you consider yourself a good role model as an adult?
Consider yourself as a good.
While she types, I want you, the community, to type as well. Who do you well, I'm not say who.
Chat.
What attributes?
All right, I got one in.
Yes.
It up.
What attributes do
Mm.
you display?
All right, so that's one question. What attributes do you display?
Yes.
Me make a mistake. I saw it go. What attribute do you display? That's it.
Yeah, as a good role model.
Uh,
I
uh,
should say some of the attributes.
yeah, good question. Good question.
Yeah.
Ah, but let me. I know you did say you didn't want to. Good evening, Sister Lorna Harvey. Good afternoon to you and welcome. Um, anything sad, but I want to touch on the sad part. You know that mother who lost her 4-year-old in Jamaica. You heard that news?
It's a 4 or 8 year old. I saw one with an 8 year old. I'm not sure if it's
The mother came. They come from. I think it's Manchester. The mother came home. She probably have a licensed firearm or she work in
oh,
securities. And
yeah.
she came home. She have a 4-year-old and a 10-year-old. And she put her bag down. The 10-year-old go into the bag, discharge the gun and kill
Mhm.
the 4-year-old.
4 year old. Oh
You didn't
my
hear
God.
that news?
No, listen, I
Really,
can't keep up. I cannot keep
really,
up.
yes. So I thought you heard that news, or but we want to just say it's a tough. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. And it
That's
has
a tough
it
one.
it happens so many times. Not only in our little island, it happens quite a few times. Parents should be extremely careful, especially when you have kids. Can't overemphasize that. You
Yeah.
have to be careful because children are very curious. Some of us would say them rude, but I think it's curious.
Yes.
You understand? They see it on TV, they know it's a gun, they
Yeah.
want to try it.
Yes.
Just like when they see Superman look like they fly, and they put on the little shirt over their back and want to try to fly as well.
Yeah.
You understand? It's really sad, but these things happen, and it's an eye opener for those, especially if you have firearms at home. You have to put it away carefully. Don't take anything for granted because these kids move so swiftly.
I'm
You
glad you're
understand?
touching that. That is talk about that, Rosie. That's security because we're still into children. Talk about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, all right. Well, I do know for Jamaica, and
Yeah.
I would assume here, persons have safes that is regulated. You understand? When you are granted a license, you're supposed to have a safe at home.
Mhm.
And so, if you have kids, I understand persons will argue from the sense that, oh, then if I come home, how am I going to protect myself if the gun is in the safe? But remember, it's not you alone living. You are living with curious children. So you have to lock it away safely. And if you don't mind, some of the kids will try and pull the safe because they know it is there.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
understand? But the moment that you lock it, you know that it is safe. So I personally believe you have to be just extremely, extremely careful
Yeah.
because kids are watching you. And that is where even the role model part comes in. They mimic every single thing you do as a parent. So you have to be careful.
That is, I wish I had some children to call into my broadcast. I should have set up some kids to call
Yeah, yeah.
and
Remember, we
party.
were supposed to have this from last week, so we would have done that this week, but
Because like for me, I know my children just think that I'm too organized. But if I don't do this, I can't get anything done. So they would definitely say I learned to be organized from me because them copy that, right?
yeah,
And the discipline, like try not to be late, throw up at least 5 minutes early.
before.
Me show
Hmm.
up sometime an hour early. You understand? So those are the I am mindful of how I live, Rosie. From of them, most very mindful of me I raise them. So
And that's the attributes we're talking about. Yeah,
yes,
so the community will have an understanding where we're going. How do you display? And as I said, you don't have to have a child, but as an adult, moving around kids, what attributes they see you do or display that they can copy?
yes. And talk about you. About you. What would your children say about you? What are some of the
Well,
attributes
I can tell you, yes, they will say I'm miserable, but I always tell them, hate me now, love me later.
all right? You rule with a iron fist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a disciplinarian.
Yes.
I ensure that I am always working so my kids understand the value of work and being independent. You understand? I'm not the type of person who will, oh, beg you this, beg you that. No, you understand me? So I think they come up with that same kind of mentality. They love to work.
Yes.
They
Nice.
they may not like how I do things in terms of you know guiding them, because kids, especially when they grow up and maybe in their teens, they feel like them big. You understand? And so they may want to try to deviate from the teachings.
Yes.
However, I stick to my script. I know what I know, and as parents, we know, most of us know, I should say, because not every parent know, that there are certain things you don't do. You understand? Because kids are looking, so you always have to be circumspect. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect mom,
That is
but I
true.
I set my bar. That's it. I
That
set my bar.
that is true. So now, if you were a child and looking back at your mom, what attribute do you think, or your mom or the person that raised you have that you could admire?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Wow.
That's a tough question, because I would not, and I'm just being honest, I would not grow my kids the way my mom grew me.
Oh,
Why? Um, People have to understand that kids are growing, right? They're not going to be small forever. And so you, as a parent, you have to put things in place as well.
mhm.
You can't be partying, and not remember that you are going to get old. You get what I'm saying? But the attribute, I won't get into it in details, but
And yeah,
I like I like the sacrifice that my mom made for me when the time I was living with her. She didn't have much, but Shirley sees a song come to play now. We didn't have much, but the Lord saw us through. Yeah. And we didn't have it financially,
yeah,
but she would send us to what we call in Jamaica trust. And oh my God, I hated that. And I would not want to put my kids through that
that's good.
experience, to go and credit anything from anybody like that. You understand? Because the abuse that comes with it. But if you don't have a choice, then you simply just don't have a choice. So as a result of how I grew up, I would not want my kids to grow like that. And so I put things in place to deal with that aspect. Not that I am rich, I am not rich, I am
No.
far from it, but at
Mhm,
the same time, as I said, I try to make life a little easier for them so they
mhm.
don't grow the way I grow.
That's it.
Well, let me tell you this. While you are saying this, I'm just letting you know that that is biblical. What you just said is so
Mhm.
biblical, right? We don't look at the Bible in these ways, but that's biblical because, just as Jesus said to us, Rosie, greater you shall do. That you're greater than your mom. Do you understand? So while you were talking to it, sharing it,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you in the Bible, my girl, you're greater than her. You sure say, oh, me not raise my pig to them so. Me now, no, sir, me I make provision. And
Yeah.
if you gone through that, Rosie, you probably would not have been the mother you are today.
That's the point. That's the point.
Thank
You
God
know.
for her.
And the funny thing, it's sad to say, but you have people, and I don't know if I should call it a generational curse.
Right.
Mother go through it, daughter come and go through the same thing, and it just goes continually. Nobody try to make a change, whether you be mother or father. They
Right.
don't try to break the cycle. You
Yes.
have to learn to break the cycle as a parent.
I was, yeah, me say me tell my mother from me I grew up, me did face in and say, oh me not come the way you do. But me
Yeah,
that's why she used to box me about my mouth. So because you see how they live and they don't
the
they,
struggle.
they
Yeah.
don't acknowledge who you are as a teenager growing up and seeing. They don't even
Mhm.
respect you. Some mothers don't respect you and I know that you watching them I want to do better than what they're doing, you know. But
Yeah.
that's amazing though. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is a great feeling to know that, you try and set the bar for them
Yes.
and just hope that, they take the telling. My big daughter, she's very much here, I don't know, she might be hearing me right now. She she is my headache.
Wow.
She can tell you, I said, listen, she may think that, and I told her the other day, I said, I will not apologize if I had beaten you. No, because it must be a reason why I did it.
Right.
But now that she grew up and understand, and she's gonna become a mother soon as well, she will understand, and she have understood
No.
some of what I have been saying to her all along.
Hmm.
When I place the emphasis on education,
Yes.
I always say education is the key to success. Is it could take you out of poverty most times, but they don't understand. They think you're forcing them and they think you're too hard on them. But you have to instill these values. You
Yes.
understand? Because I want them to get it that life is a little easier for them. Yeah.
I mean, that is great, and I love it. And I love when you said that parenting and motherhood does not come with a manual, right?
No.
Because your way work for you, and somebody are gonna say, "Make the pin them do what they want to do, make them grow." But yeah, you like girls that say, "No, may I put on foot. I education
Look,
to say."
let me give you a joke. There's one thing I tell myself. That's why it don't come with a manual.
Yeah,
Certain things that some parents will do, Rosie not doing it.
right.
My kids cannot go nowhere but no sleepover. I don't play.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sleepover where?
That.
No. While another parent will say, it's okay. No sleepover for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. You understand?
Had that.
Yeah.
Never
So
had.
yeah, it's a whole package. It's a whole package.
Yes, yes,
So, and since I'm on that, and we're talking about the different kind of parenting,
yes.
I was talking to you about it. There's this thing trending on social media with this little girl. I think she's 3 years old. She called herself Miss Shirley. Now, Miss Shirley, this is trending all over. I don't know if you've seen it, but this little girl, she came out the very first time dancing to one of Johnny Gill's song. Put on your red dress and step on your high heels. And she put on her red dress and she put on the spike heel and she put on her wig and the lipstick, just like what the song was saying.
Right,
So
right.
I saw the video at that time I thought it was a joke. I thought it was really funny. I enjoyed it. But then when it started to get serious now, a lot of persons are coming out. Parents are divided on what is happening because she's now portraying the child, pushing the child out to do dances that are looking quite adult. Yeah, swinging of the hips and the dress and it's just out of place. And a lot of persons are zooming in on it and saying it's not right, it's not fitting for a toddler, her age, must let children be children. And that's where I am. I totally agree with that part. Children must be allowed to be
Children.
children. Yeah, push things. I see cases where children are out there dancing. I'm talking less than 10 years old. And they're gyrating on them head top, and the parents, go on, my daughter, go on, my son. I don't see nothing funny about that.
You
I
know,
don't see.
I can't tell you what their intention is to be on stage dancing for some entertainer. Because you see them, see the girls, the dancing crew, and them sit dancing. So that culture, they exists, Rosie.
Why?
Think about it. Think about it. That culture
Mhm.
they exists. Remember Carlene Dancehall Queen?
Yes,
Carlene started,
that's true. That's true.
Look how them something they grew. So till them can travel with them artists are hire them. So the generation of parents they are prep them picnic.
But I don't know. It does. I guess maybe how I view it, I personally think it's children must be children. Children should not be um seen in that light doing what the adults do.
Absolutely. I agree with you. It hurt my heart.
Yeah.
It really and truly hurt
So,
my heart.
like the same little girl, I'm telling you, if you watch the videos, persons can go on there and type in the Miss Shirley, and the mother, she's defending what she's doing. I guess maybe because she's making money, because the following for that little girl is
When
way up. You understand? So she's getting something from it. But at the same time, a 3-year-old gyrating and carrying on, no, that cannot be right.
you know
It
what I
cannot be right.
and we're talking about these things and whoever want to hear it, so but can't say only never hear it here so because God know on now go hear it at church at Sunday morning time. And that Rosie. The
True.
things that when me and you talk about, they're not hearing it nowhere else but right here. I
Hey,
sat and I sat and I hear a grown man
hmm.
talk about the things he used to do to other little girl at 5 years old.
Wow.
Y'all better be careful of your children. So, so, no put no pass, no have to be there and be diligent, vigilant for your children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, sir, me not like it, Rosie. Me not like it at all.
It's crazy. And some of us as parents, we're not gonna say us, not me.
Yeah.
Straight up. Not Rosie.
Oh, somebody said the DCF was called in. Child services, them calling Panar. Oh my
All
God.
right. I tell you, it's a big thing on social media. It's a big thing.
Wow.
You need to watch it. It's a big, big thing. And she's very prime, a very intelligent little girl, very pretty little girl. But I think she's too forced ripe.
Yeah.
Straight up. Not for her. You understand? So there was this time my big daughter, she went to fair at school. I think I told the story before. She went to the fair at school. So the everybody's in one big auditorium enjoying themselves, music playing. She came back home and she said to me, Mom, I didn't dance today. I was afraid. So I said, why? Because she think I'm at a hole watching her.
Traumatizing people. Oh God, Rosie. Traumatize the people.
No, but it's just the principle. I don't see where I'm gonna have my child doing certain things out there. And parents, listen, I'm not saying you're not to dress up your little girls or your little boys, but be careful. Some of us let them feel like them too big. You dress up kids, show them bottom, and you understand what I'm saying? You have to be careful. I'm not saying them not to look good enough.
Catch them.
Yeah, and that is why the pedophiles out there are after these little kids because some of them crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And
I
the parents too are to be blamed somewhat
yeah.
because how they not totally, I said somewhat, how they dress up the child and how the child also behave. They don't correct the child. I say you're a child, you're not an adult. So speaking of children again,
They want come in, make we address this.
yes.
A friend of mine, and this come from Michelle Registry, and we want to help our community. I'm passionate about what I'm doing, guys. We don't want to come out here and come sit down and for nothing. We mean business. And Michelle says a friend of mine allowed her son, who just turned 18, to sleep over at his friend's house.
Hmm.
And the friend's sister claimed that her son touched her inappropriate. Mother called police, made report, son went to prison, and after
Oh
a
my
short sentence, had to live the rest of his life as a registered sex offender for something
oh my
he never
goodness.
do.
Wow. See? That's crazy.
My God. Rosie,
That's crazy.
let me tell you something, Remember, me share the story with this young girl and my son, She was 13.
Yes, you did.
You know what the Lord revealed me is like, if any number did for pay them, I call my son name and put my son in a prison. If my son did ever stay where we were. You understand? Me say, God, you know how to block it. God can block some of our blessings still.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is sad, Rosie.
Yes, it is sad. It is sad.
My God.
And,
Go ahead.
as a parent, how you deal with that? How do you deal with that? It's really sad.
How you gonna get over that when you know your son never do something?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this sad. That thing hurts. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, good night, Auntie Dana. Good night, Rosie B. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night.
Yes, yes, I am a little sad, but I came out laughing when I hear you were talking about the bicycle because today is Javier's birthday. Today is my mother birthday. Today is my brother birthday, and all of them are past. I was so sad when I see my son at the graveside and my daughter, then they put flowers. But let me hear you they talk about the bicycle and stuff. Remember back then when we going to secondary school, I can't ride bicycle. Jump up on bicycle like me a big rider. You know, when me see when go over one precipice, you know what I do? I wreck you up in a one bank corner. Chip up. I never on a bicycle. Never, never.
All
You
right.
know, the kind of feel little cheerful. Me
Since you
just
come
let
on,
pop
you
that,
yes, yeah. Oh,
Yes,
thank
me
you.
never go
We
back
have a
on a bicycle.
purpose.
Never.
All
Me
right.
love you no all. Me
Thank you
just
very
love you
much.
no with the love of the
Yes,
Lord.
thank you.
Stay
I'm glad
blessed.
we
Stay
make you
blessed.
feel.
Stay
Yes,
blessed.
thank you. Wow.
That's not a good one. I endure that as well.
But you know what? She said she wasn't happy and want to come on the broadcast and hear her
Yeah.
just lift her spirit. To
Yeah.
God be the glory. So you were saying, Rosie?
Yeah, so the situation is really a sad one, because anything can happen. Anything can happen when this with the sleepover business. Anything can happen. So I don't play that way. So
More call. Good afternoon and welcome. Let's talk with Rosie and Auntie Donna.
Yes, Auntie Donna, me tell you something from the one I big up yourself, me Auntie Rosie, from the
bless.
side. Fox can't get the grip and say for what?
What?
On the two sides, me have a granddaughter. She shaped, she have the butt, she have the it, she have the teeth, she have everything. I from just my and I can't go no party. And she can't do no sleep over.
Oh.
Go place she can't sleep in my bed.
Oh.
And nobody now use the foot and part her in a two.
Oh my God. That's awesome, grandmother.
No, please don't you up there. Not even my daughter summer when she look at the she no got no party and sleep over. Me know the people in America them sick. And them tell like on the girl and them tell like on the boy and send them to prison.
My
Them
God.
sick America, me no join that. No summer at 20-year-old next month. Yeah, she can do whatsoever she want for she want big woman.
Right.
No, me no join that. No.
As a child.
Fox can't get the great himself so.
See there?
See,
yeah, good
the
mother,
poor
man.
woman son not registered mother as a sex offender.
Jesus.
And sometimes the girl them fault and a them problem.
Just hey, let me not tell you.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Exactly what we are trying. Maybe push off. Maybe I push her off. You know, and say no want it, and she go tell them, you know.
Yes. Oh, damn bright.
Jesus, me don't know.
And when you realize you're positive, you're gonna full of mac a long time. Yo, me come up here show you, man.
Oh God, I heard that one. Bing, oh God.
Oh my goodness. But funny enough, she said that because that's the story I was getting into now.
Go ahead, Ro.
Yes. So, and I tell you, this is social media. I can speak from also an informed perspective, but I'm telling you about this particular post. So this young lady, she was talking about she being at a car wash. And this schoolgirl, school kids are between high school, 12, 13 to about 16, 17, right? So it's in her teens. So she said she was at a car wash. And, a man came out of his car. Look good, the man look good and thing. But this little schoolgirl, she wants to get the man's attention. So, of course, she go on with herself. She went on, she parading across the man. She tried to build conversation with the man, the schoolgirl, So the girl was saying, the blogger, that some of these girls are the ones that cause the men to be in problems. So there was a debate on social media about it. The truth is, and I did comment on it, some persons may not agree, but this is my 2 cents on the matter. I do believe that some of these girls and boys, because you have boys too, who do the same thing, but girls to a more extent, who push themselves onto the men. It is the men now who should be the adult and walk away. But we know some of these men, they will not do it.
They're not.
They're not doing it.
Put them in a trouble.
Exactly my point. And then tutus, you'll hear their name on TV, JR, and in news media as missing. Some of them are really not missing. They deliberately want the man and go with the man.
My God.
And that's another case. And that's why even with rape and stuff like that, I kind of have a problem with it. Yeah. Because some people, not only for teenagers, but for adults as well, when their demands are not met, them cry rape. But since we're on child's mode, let me
speak
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
So we still have to give.
I know for a fact, and people may debate this, but I know for a fact because I deal with things of this nature.
Yeah.
I remember this mother came. She has a daughter who is 13 and she constantly runs away. Every day we have to send her name and picture, go to the headquarters so that they can put it on TV. The 13-year-old, remember she's young enough. This is a child who just passed 12, you know.
My God.
So she came to the station when they found her at one point. And the little girl, you thought that, okay, the police is here, mother is here, and the little girl look at the mother point blank in front of the law and told the mother she not stop, you know what, the 13-year-old. So they know what they're doing. Yes, the men supposed to be charged because they should know better as well. But a lot of these kids, they are pushing the fire. A lot of these girls are pushing themselves onto men as well.
Mhm.
So it's a twofold thing. They are not all young ladies are innocent.
That is
Not
true.
all.
Not all.
Some
And some of
are
the
abused.
mothers gonna be able to self stop groom the picnic them no man. Some of
That
these
is the other part.
daughters, man, for the wrong way. Not groom them daughter for like just rob man, take
Yeah,
man.
and some mothers put out them daughters as well. Some
Man.
parents do that.
You have some people that grow a good picnic and would like to interact, but you know not prepare on the picnic them. Let me tell you something. Me talk to some young people, I mean I tell you, them disappointed, you know? Them disappointed because I was ram in at them head by mothers.
Yeah.
By mothers. We have to be intentional and be careful what we are making children hear from us, see us doing, talking about the role model part. And,
Yes.
will my children come and want to be me, or will my children say, me don't want to have nothing to do with that?
Yeah.
You have
It,
to.
it, it's a sad affair, and society have this way of making it look bad on one set instead of being real. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Persons have to weigh things, not because it's a girl or so I hear say, oh yeah man, she got this so and so school or whatever. Yes, there are some who are totally being abused and are innocent to the situation.
I agree.
But on the other hand, there are some who are very deliberate. Some kids are rude. I'm telling you,
We have to talk the truth. It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Yes.
You understand?
That's a long comment.
We want to hear it anyhow.
So I love them, Michelle. Thank you. Michelle says, for those who are listening on 106.9, I invited a friend with her 15-year-old daughter to have dinner with us, and my 13-year-old stepson was living with us at the time. While my friend and I talking, the children went upstairs, and when dinner ready downstairs, I called and don't hear them. So
Mhm.
I went upstairs and catch them naked on his bedroom floor, icky all over him body. I quickly got I quickly got some makeup and give them to cover up. I never told her mother. To this day, these kids are fast. No,
Wow.
you're the age 15 and 13-year-old.
No, I don't know what to say. I'm telling you, it's a crazy world.
15-year-old and 13-year-old are going so.
Yeah, them hot. I mean, the well, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost for words, but these things happen.
But
And let me
still,
tell you
why you
something.
tell the mother though? Wait, because your son would get your stepson would get in a trouble.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
Oh my God. Oh, so that's why you cover it up. Lord have mercy. You couldn't say nothing. Oh, Jesus.
And a lot of these things happen. A lot of these things happen. Children, children, I don't know. And that's how we stay when we little to, we like to explore and try new things. You understand me? So I'm not gonna say because we are adults now means that we don't know
Like,
what
we been
what
there.
we are experiencing.
When the age them on a bowl up for them age, yeah.
Man, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's
God,
crazy.
Mr. Lorna says, let me see. Yes, they know what they are doing. Money, money. Some mothers don't like to work, so you know. Oh my God.
Yeah, they do it for real. It's no joke. There's a lot going on, Auntie Donna. There's a lot of things going on. But you see, people are very selective in what they want to talk about or who they want to address or who do it. You understand what I'm saying? Um, it's time that we call it out for what it is. We have to call it out for what it is. And I'm a person who is not prejudiced towards any gender, etc. And if it wrong, it wrong from whatever side.
Exactly.
You understand? That's how I am. So it is what it is. But I just constantly say that as parents, we have to just be extremely vigilant. And you can't even be too vigilant because let me tell you something. You have kids who will be an angel at
What
home.
age group? What age group do you think we are addressing at this point, Rosie? What
All
age
right.
group?
I
Because
would say I would say between
perfect.
30.
Huh?
I would say the average age group. It can be younger because you have kids who are younger who are really rude as well.
Right.
But I use an average age
Yes.
between say 13, 16. The average age.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
That level of vigilance must be in.
Yes. You have to pay attention to them.
But once they get
Um,
to 18, do you get you
no. All right. My daughter, my daughter is 18 now. The one that just graduated, she's 18 now. So I was in the vehicle with the bigger one, and she said, when I was like 18, I couldn't have boyfriend or what because she said, oh, I went on. You understand me? But I do know that having boyfriend is a distraction, and I want you to get your education.
Mhm.
So she was asking me about the younger one, if she have boyfriend or whatever. I said, well, she knows she's not allowed to have boyfriend. But then I have to think as well
Yes.
because if she decides she want to have a boyfriend, she's basically of age. So
Right.
I now have to guide her. But when she was 13, I'm not gonna encourage no boyfriend. No, I'm not gonna do it as a parent.
Good talk, that Rosie. Me love that. What me endorse that
I mean,
100%.
I wrote this,
What you mean? What you mean? Let's take a call. Yes, good afternoon and welcome. Hello?
Auntie,
Eh?
when you go to jail in this place, yeah, and them carry you in any precinct, and them are going to strip you, search you, you have to strip naked as the day you're born.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me love, you have to bend on a squat. Mm-hmm.
How that
So
come in?
it's in the system.
It in a
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you go to jail.
oh. So how that
If
come
them
in?
say,
We did that talk about jail? I hope you watch you right through, Rebecca. We did that talk about jail? We did that talk about jail?
No, no. What I think I registered. She was talking about the young man that went to jail.
Oh, okay, got you. Got you.
Hmm.
All right, so she'll call back. But somebody says, but behind parents' back, these kids are something else.
That's what I'm saying. There will be angels in your home, but when them reach on the road and meet their peers, it's a complete opposite. And listen, my kids know that me, Rosie, not swearing for them no time. I'm not swearing for no child. You have parents who, my daughter, my son, not doing that.
So that.
And you'd be surprised to know. Oh my God, you'd be surprised to know
But you
the
know them,
thing.
you know what them we do and what them won't do.
Listen, I am not gonna say that. You know why? I grow them a particular way, and I assume they might not do this. But let me tell you this: when they meet with their peers and friend and company, it's a
Different.
total different child. So I am not swearing.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't.
No, not swear for nobody.
Wow. Mm-mm. I always tell my children, them say anything you do, yes, sir, I hit your daughter road. That double-minded man is unstable in all of them ways. So if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't hear
But
something,
sometimes they want to fit in with their peers, and so they go and do what you understand me, other than what they are taught.
yeah,
And sometimes you have no control over that because some of them tend to listen to their peers over you, the parent.
that is true. That is
Mhm.
true. And in the age of this digital age where most of their friends are in the cyber world, they
Yes.
feel like them have a good clique. It's like how people depend on Facebook for how much years and friends. I see them
Hmm.
a friend, I play them game with them friend from back then, you know.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
It's just a crazy world. We just have to pray for our kids,
Mhm.
um, and groom them the right way. You teach them the right thing, that the Bible says.
Mhm.
Train a child in the way he should go. He should go, that when he's old, he will not depart from it.
That is,
But that's what the Bible says.
yes.
But then, you have to put in the work as a parent as well, and pray,
Business,
because
that training business is a hard work, you know.
it is.
That is, and parents, some parents don't want to do the hard work, but the result is always a good result, right?
That's it.
Mm,
So, it leads me back to all right. So for example, I have a child, because we are talking, you know,
yeah.
about the attributes.
Yes.
Say I'm a parent who likes to wear certain type of clothes. Me as a child, my child sees me dressing this way. What
Mm-hmm.
do you think? Huh? My child sees me dressed in X-rated outfits
Oh,
and stuff.
so you want
What
to know
do you
what
think
the
the
child
child,
that
the
when
girl
I
child,
wear the same thing, I
mimics?
want some of that for wear when my mother wear.
Thank you very much.
Hmm.
And that's what we're saying. Children live what they learn.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. How many times have you seen, because I watch like Tiny Tots on Steve Harvey.
Right.
And I remember this little boy said he's a choir director. Very nice little boy. Said
Mm-hmm.
he's a choir director. And Steve was interviewing him. And he had on his braces, well dressed. And him said, Steve Harvey said, so who bought you these? He said, my granddad. So he asked him who he likes to dress like. And he says granddad. So he's emulating what he sees his granddad do. So if his granddad dress like be careful find you understand me? That's what he would have emulated.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he likes what he sees and he emulates. So we as parents, we have to be very, very careful the kind of dressing we do, the way we relate verbally.
Mhm.
Because can you imagine my child see me cuss, curse out people and behaving in the most derogatory way? They're gonna think it's okay and do the same thing with their friends. And how many times you have seen this kind of behavior played out? Many, many times on social media, you see them.
their daughter.
Yeah,
Mad person and the daughter come back defend them. Yeah, yeah, we're afraid of them people there.
yeah, man. You have to be careful how
Mm.
we relate, how the kind of role models we are for our kids. If you as a parent don't love to work, lazy, and want to, as we call it, eat out men and rip off people, the kids watching said this is the way to live as well, and they will do it.
But look at the advantage of the TikTok and the behavior of the young people. Like them now go work. You know,
All
so
right. One typical example, the Rosalie. Listen, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but anyway, she is a typical example of what you just mentioned. Now she behave in the most derogatory, demeaning, disgusting. I can't find the adjectives to describe, right? And her daughter come and take on the same trait. She talk to her daughter, the daughter shout back at her, etc. A little child. So what do you say about that?
mm,
Children adapt to their environment.
hmm
And that's what you dish out. So that's what you get.
my goodness.
She speaks to the child with no respect. You call the child John Crow, you call the child dog. The child getting back at you. And it's a child. This is I think she's less than 12 years old. And that's the same way the child relate to her.
hmm hmm
So we have to be
Oh, big
extremely,
up the good
extremely careful.
parents them because I will heap of good parents them out there and them try
Of
them
course, so we have to big up the good parents,
big up the good
big
parents,
them up.
big up the good single mothers them. Um, the angel have a song. You like it? Or you like the song where the angel have for the single mother them?
Oh, I don't think I heard it before. I don't think I heard it.
Nice. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the single
Yeah,
mothers because it's tough. It really and truly hard,
it
man.
is rough, and you have to make sacrifices for your kids. I
Yeah.
mean,
And what
sometimes it's rough,
sacrifice? Because
really rough.
when we talk about sacrifice, persons don't understand the level of sacrifice you talk about,
Not
Rose.
even the kids sometimes don't understand, because some of them come ungrateful just the same.
Sacrifice. And that's why and not everybody cut out to be the mothers that some of us are.
True.
Because and everybody are got committed so. And
No,
everybody, because to raise a child fully and stick up on it and follow through at some level of commitment that.
a whole lot. And that's why I say, some not even the kids sometimes recognize the sacrifice that you actually make.
Later on.
Yeah, and come back ungrateful. Some of them ungrateful. Some of these kids are very ungrateful.
Mm.
You take out your heart, not literally, and give them.
Me don't know, sometimes I wonder if at the year of vaccination where them get me, them turn out so. No, me I tell me not me I say me I wonder if at the shots them where them getting me them picnic and stay say no cause it's a different breed of picnic them
It's
in
a
a roasted.
different breed. Yeah. I mean, how many mothers
Oh, we are good
can
parents.
truly say, I went without shoes to make my child have a shoes to go to school? How many mothers can say, I spend my last on my son or my daughter?
Yes.
How many mothers can attest to the fact
I will leave out
that
there.
you've done a whole lot for
Mm-hmm.
your child and cry behind closed doors?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And they don't understand that some of these very kids grow up and don't look at them parents.
That is so true. That is true.
They don't care.
I
It's
mean,
sad.
me don't know what kind of vaccination them people get. Cause them never get the care genes at all.
No,
Yo,
it's serious.
I used to have my friends. My friend used to say, Donna, them go buy food and we in the house and don't even give we ask we if we want something.
Exactly. Exactly.
And our children them, and then me grow up now come see my picnic them at the same thing them want do. Me said they no gonna order food for it too.
Them, a lot of them are grateful.
And
You
they are
know,
good kids. They're
I
good
don't
kids.
know.
When it comes to them, the kind of attachment and emotions, the people them look at them not have it, massa.
Them not business. Them not business.
And the injection, man. Blame it on something, Rosie. May I blame it on the injection?
What I tell you, the sacrifice is real, but the returns, there are some kids, I tell you, their parents are the world, especially when they know, for example, let me use the mother, because most time is the mother.
Yeah.
The father's too, but most time is the mother.
Yes.
The mothers sacrifice and send them through school and college and stuff. And nobody to them like their mother because they remember the
That's true.
sacrifice that
Mm-hmm.
their mother made. But there are others.
Child.
Them reach and them get them degree and them Celsius and Fahrenheit. They don't remember you. You're too local.
Wow.
Sad, sad,
Mm,
sad,
mm, mm.
sad.
Mm.
And it makes you wonder. It
It
really does.
makes you wonder, may I tell you. But just want to give a whole heap of shout out to all of the good mothers, them what do them things appearing them child and them grandchildren, you know. So the telephone numbers, no one's gonna call. Mr. Harlequin is in the house. Good afternoon to you, sir. It's good to see you. He said hello, beautiful lovey ladies.
Okay, Mr. Harlequin.
The aunties
So,
and dads. Good afternoon to you.
so next month will be Father's month being celebrated, Father's Day.
Day.
This month we know we had Mother's Day. But
Mhm.
Auntie Donna, the question I want to ask, why is it Mother's Day always overrated as opposed to Father's Day? What do you think?
No, no, no. The fathers, we can't always blame the fathers, them, and
Because they are good men,
just a
good
come,
fathers.
yeah, yeah, and this just a come to me because you see them see him no good father there, possibly raised by a mother. You understand?
Mhm.
So me just blame the mother them for some of them crosses father yard, because them not teach the men them right how to learn to provide and make family be a part of your culture. Them not teach them that, man.
Okay.
So
That's well, I personally believe that because more mothers are the strugglers, um the strugglers,
yeah,
and the mothers make more sacrifice. Don't get it twisted, you have men who actually raise their kids,
I true
very
something.
good men, and I think these men need to be celebrated.
Yes,
If you have a spouse that is a good person, they should be celebrated.
oh,
Don't just say happy Father's Day dry so.
right,
They
right.
should be pampered just the same.
That is true.
Don't take it for granted. But Mother's Day it's always a debate why Mother's Day everybody come out buy them basket, buy them flowers, but when Father's Day is just like, you know. But
Yeah.
I personally think that
So the men them just behave like them no one not no fancy and fussy. So sometimes you do it and them they not appreciate it. Like what that for? Some man. That's how me look on it.
whether they're too macho or it's the ego.
Me don't know if the ego or then you have some man where them not good fathers, so nobody now celebrate them
No,
because
mm-mm. I'm not celebrating no not good father, no good father. No.
tell you. So we have to big up all of the good fathers them because me know a few of them where I do it. I mean I said, Jano,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Um
but it's we're coming down,
what did
but
it
we just
yeah,
want to big up every parent, whether your mother or your father, you're playing your role.
yeah.
We just want to say to you, keep up the good work.
Yes, it's
Keep up
child
the
one,
very
but
good work.
it's the mothers too. It's child
Yes.
one, but it's for the mothers too, the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And you
Harlequin,
have bad mothers. Whether you like it or not, you have bad mothers.
of
Mothers.
course.
Yeah.
Mr. Harlequin says, why the ladies take our money to buy our gifts?
Jesus.
Ooh, oy. We never know if a male was here. We thankful though. Why the beat up us men in church Father's Day? Shout out to the stepfathers who can make a difference in children's life. Yeah, man,
That too.
step
Yeah.
them. Uh,
Boy, Mr. Harley Quinn come right out. Them
yeah, I tell you, mothers are number one because they feel all the pain. That's what Joy wrote.
okay, 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 Sister Joy, I agree with you.
And Lorna says the mother is the one that brings the child in their tummy for 9 months.
Yeah, and your body get the changes.
Hmm.
You feel all everything.
Yeah. What is Michelle said? To help me when I was in college, my husband mother took my first daughter to stay in the islands for 2 years
Wow.
until she was 5. The child had separation anxiety, and when I got her back, the child said I was not her mother and even called me a wicked witch.
Oh my
The
goodness.
child developed a mental illness as well. I blame myself. Oh, dear God.
Oh my goodness.
On the heavy Michelle.
Oh my God. Listen,
And pray your strength, woman of God. We continue to pray. Because them things you have to live with, you know.
yeah, I have to deal with it as well. You understand? You have to live with it. And they don't understand. All right. Let me tell you my story. My younger daughter was born here.
Mhm,
Now I'm living and working in Jamaica,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
So my friend took her so for her to go to school, which was easier for me after she graduated from primary school.
mhm.
She has been living with her since. I have that relationship with her, but I can't really say it's almost like what Miss Register had said.
Yes.
She now graduates from high school, but she was not basically living with me.
Mhm, mhm,
So I don't know how she actually feels.
mm.
If she's that close to me,
Right. Because
and I wonder if they understand. It's for me, it was the sacrifice that I had to do for her to get a better education, for a better life.
mhm,
And
mhm.
I would assume that's the same thing why Michelle, because she was in college.
Yes,
I
yes.
think. But these kids don't understand the sacrifice that you make.
You know,
I
this is
don't know the age of that child,
well,
so I can't really say if it's somebody who is a child that understands.
right. But it's a parent the person who you left your child with, should have already nurtured you back to your child, not so attached to me
Then
so that me can't leave you. You understand? Not and some of them people are torment
brainwashed.
them pick me
Mhm.
like your mother left you gone and
Yes,
that's
that's
it.
true. That's why I would want to know the age of the child, the age group.
Well, she
You
said
know, the-
my let me put it back up there. My first daughter stayed in the island at 2 years until she was 5.
oh, okay.
When she was 2 year old, she took the child, and when she was 5, she took her back. And then when I got her back, the child said I was not her mother, and even called me a wicked witch. Damn.
Mm.
And the child, Lord Jesus, the child is miss our mother. Mm-mm.
Why? I don't know. I don't know what to say in this
Heavy Michelle,
situation.
man. Jano.
It's rough. It's rough.
You have to be careful, you know? Sure.
Yeah. And sometimes you can't even really say it's the person who the child was with.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, some of them develop their own
Yeah. But them
idea
have
with
them
it.
yearning. They miss them mother. Them have them yearning.
Yes.
Even as a baby. Even as a baby.
Hmm.
Jeez,
but you see, sometimes it's a part of sacrifice, and these are the sacrifices that I'm talking about. Because in order for her to, finish school and so on,
but
she
that's
thought it was a great idea.
yeah,
And
absolutely
that's why I said to you, I never really grew with my mother like that either. I'm always with somebody.
right.
You understand? So I don't know if that's the same way my daughter feels,
Wow.
but I know I did it from a good place,
Hmm.
for the greater good.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes. But I'm pretty
So
sure that your mother would have said the same thing where you said to. Cause she never,
probably,
yeah, you know
yeah,
what I mean. She
yeah.
did have to do because she didn't look out for you. You know. But I tell
But it's rough. It's rough.
you,
It's
Jesus,
rough in every way.
I pray for you, Michelle, because she end by saying, "I blame myself." You know,
Wow.
and that's why I tell us, Rosamond, always I tell people say just be gentle with one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you don't know what the other person going through. You don't know.
Other person I go through, and just be kind to somebody now, even if somebody are carry to you the negativity to you, figure out a way where you can turn the negative then into a positive, because you never know who is hurting among us. You never
That's
know
true.
who is carrying self blame, self this, all self. But thank God for Jesus, no.
Definitely, definitely, we have to.
All
Boy, I
right.
tell you, the struggles that we go through as parents, I tell you,
Mm,
and the constant sacrifices that you make, sometimes for the greater good, sometimes it backfires,
absolutely.
and kids don't understand that sometimes what you do, it was what you had to do at the time.
Hmm.
You understand? It's just so sad. But you know what? Sometimes you have to allow them to grow and experience things for themselves because it have a way of a cycle, have a way to come around. I think that even my daughter, the bigger one, um, when I say certain things, she thought maybe I was the enemy until she started experiencing it for herself. So sometimes you just have to leave them
The
to
time.
experience it for themselves.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's it.
Mm.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. she must have that child. I don't know who she must talk about. I don't know who. Yes. Good night, Auntie Roslyn. Auntie Roslyn just got home from church. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so
it's good. And as you mentioned church, a lot of people, a lot of parents, this thing has bothered me. Sometimes even if you're not a Christian, you're a dancehall person, whatever, you don't really go church. And you have your kids, send them to church, even if you don't go. Whether Sabbath or Sunday church, let them go to Sunday school because they learn some values
if them
from
not have to go, if me not go with them, me not send them Rosie. Not in a them time, yeah.
that.
Me have to know who are there on my picnic.
well, I kind of differ somewhat.
Yeah, look how much news where
Yes,
certain
certain people are, I understand that part.
parents to just drop them
But
and
I was
say,
just talking about the values aspect of it.
right.
You know,
Hmm.
the church actually teaches a lot where that is concerned. And I think that if you choose not to go for
Right.
whatever reason,
Somebody
let
to
the kids go to Sunday school, man. Let them go on. Our Sabbath school, let them go. Don't keep them at home and be like you.
Amen. Hallelujah. But the Joyride said, I have my first went to Kingston to look about a little and same age of my daughter at the age of 2 year old. Couldn't stay and look about her. And it was my mother who was taking care of her. Oh, okay. All right. I hear you, Sister Joy. I hear you. Her first daughter. All right. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes to go, Rosie. Anything you want to leave with the community before we go?
Well, as it relates to tonight, we are coming to the close of Child's Month. I just want to say to the parents, continue to be good role models for your kids. Continue to make the sacrifices, even though you might not be repaid, but do what you have to do to make their lives a little better than yours.
Hmm.
Um, we look forward. Oh, and this part. I want back the days when a village raised a child. I want back those days. You don't really business with just your kid or your child, but you must also be a parent to other people's children or child. you know if you see them doing something wrong, and even as parents sometimes we have this children might have disagreements. Instead of attacking each other, talk about it as parents, and life would be so much easier. We'd have less violence,
Yeah,
less crime.
yes.
you know
Amen.
yeah, it's true. Those parents who they send their children to school and knowing that their children are very rude and disrespect teacher and all of that, and you put on top of it, go to school, go curse teacher, it's wrong.
It's
It's wrong. I'm not saying the teacher is always right,
yeah,
but there's a right way and a wrong way of dealing with things. So those kind of things I would like to see
yeah,
happening again.
yeah.
People respect each other and respect people's profession and space. Children are children. Let children be children.
Amen.
Yes.
Robbing the children them. No man, we're robbing the children of their youth. And we can only speak because we experience it.
Definitely.
Them grow up in a them cycle, them make everything with
Yes,
happen within their cycle. No
yes.
force
The
not
force
no,
right them.
no
Mhm.
force by the time you reach 10 and you do certain come on.
Yeah.
No, this is where the Bible said children don't start off children, no?
Yes, definitely.
My God, my God. Sister Lorna said, nice topic tonight, Auntie and Lady Rosie. We love
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Remember to share the broadcast before each and every one of you leave. Rosie, you share the broadcast. You need to share it on your page. You don't
But
know.
guess what? Sometimes, if I don't do it before, I just totally forget. I have to share it before I come on here.
Okay, okay. Um, what does Sister Joyce say? You cannot talk to children. No, they would disrespect you. I don't know about that. I just think that because we don't know how to talk to this generation, you have to listen to them. We have to
Yeah.
listen to them too. You understand? Because we are raised them back from way. They are picking in and now.
It's true. And that is one of the problems as well. That
Picnic.
is definitely one of the problems.
So me have my mentees them. I mean I tell you. You see if me did ever in a way, them wouldn't have nothing to do with me. Because them have them kids are bright, them. Hey, wanna know that generation and how them bright? Are them not share it? We don't know. Wanna need don't it, Rosie?
That's true. To
This
the point where some of the brightness would come up very disrespectful. Um, like, all right, back in the day, you would find that if parents is talking, pick the shut up. You understand? These days, these kids are talking back,
oh yes. Me
and some of it,
encourage it. Me not telling a lie. Me encourage it because I want to hear what in them mind.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it comes off very disrespectful,
Mhm.
and so if you're in the older age group,
Yeah.
then you will see it as that, but to
Mhm.
them, it's not like that.
Nothing. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So we have to get it. We have to like start to know them again, learn them. That's what happened when the school teacher were picking them because we couldn't help them with them homework either.
That's true.
you know. But God is a good God.
Every time. And we're looking forward to next month because we want to have like a good time with our fathers as well. We have to big up the fathers.
If we get
So
some fathers and ask them some question, invite some fathers.
yes, man,
The
we
willing,
want a special program for fathers
yes,
week.
yes, the willing ones.
Yes, definitely. We want to hear the good and we want to hear the bad.
Yes,
We
yes.
are very open over this side.
Of course.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start to end the broadcast. Let me see if I can find a song for
Oh, can I request a song, please?
yes, please go ahead.
Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All.
Oh, they might go cut off this broadcast here like nobody business.
All right.
Oh, that
Yeah, we believe the children are our future. I love that song. I mean,
yeah, no, I'm gonna play it, man. The greatest.
love of all. Whitney. The great Whitney.
Oh God. Okay, me for go find it on YouTube. Great song. Let me see if I get it.
Yeah, and speaking of Whitney, it's sad the way Whitney died and
Yeah,
her daughter come and die the same way.
we never even get to talk about the Puff Daddy situation.
No,
Oh, one night, I hope you watch it, Me, I watch it, I hope we can talk about it.
we can't go in the father's kind of is a father
Yes, man.
or is that sorry.
He's the man. He's a father. He might remember of the twins, them.
Oh my goodness.
Greatest love of all.
It's just crazy. But just continue being who you are. Continue being good parents. Yes, definitely.
Okay, I skip the
So
hand.
we ready. So you have a wonderful night, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going out on this because this is what we believe. It's our premise, it's our mission, and it's our vision. We believe in children because without children, there is no tomorrow. And so we believe and we encourage reproduction or reproduction. Big up Rosie, who is going to be a grandmother soon.
Oh yes.
Of course, bring them come. So we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us until next time. All right, guys. So this is a song that our lovely Rosie requested. Before we go, while we're going to go back, let's read this comment from our community member, and it comes from Michelle. She says, there was this lady in the village growing up that got her permanent visa, and she left all six of her children with different people. She went to America and filed for them. and all six of them turned out so well. One engineer, two nurses, one contractor, one business person. Hats off to that woman. I respect her because the children grew up without a father. That is amazing.
Amazing, definitely.
Amazing way to end the broadcast. Thank you
Thank
very
you, Michelle.
God bless you. That's an amazing way to end the broadcast. Let me take it from the top once again. None other than the one and only Whitney Houston. Have a good night. Have a great weekend from myself and, of course, my co host, none other than
Rosie to the B. Pleasant night.
God
God
bless
bless you
everyone.
till
See
we
you
meet
again. All right.
again. God's will. Peace out.